Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the FireStorm podcast, in which today we will be discussing WWE's annual event, the Royal Rumble.
It's the best pay-per-view of the year. Come on, it really is.
Even a bad Royal Rumble match is still an entertaining match.
It's because it's a Royal Rumble match. Like, it's so much fun. Just like, who's gonna come out next? Oh my god! That 10 count, that every time, it's just like, oh my god, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
You can't not get keen for it. Like, you get super excited, and then it's just Sin Cara, and you're like, oh. And then,
rest in peace.
Not anymore, because,
he's released.
He's gone.
Later, fucker.
And so is the Ascension, so now it could literally be like anyone interesting. Maybe not Apollo Crews, but anyway.
Since the Ascension and Sin Cara are gone, now it might be someone interesting.
I know, right?
Thank God.
But, yeah. So initially, we were thinking of this episode to be like a fantasy booking episode. We had this whole idea where we would like fantasy book pay-per-views before they happen. We figured
out we were lazy.
Well, not just that, we've also been busy. You've been busy moving, I've been busy working, so it's kind of just hasn't fallen in the right place. I did most of the match card, and then I was trying to write up like the Royal Rumble match itself, and I was actually doing entrance by entrance, and I'm like, no, this is a bit much. This is not
gonna work.
No, this is a bit much. So, yeah, in the end, I didn't. But, and then as well, more matches have been announced for the card, and it kind of, like, all conflicts with what I had, so that sucks. But,
I feel like it's better we'll just, like, talk about what is already there, and, like, you know, maybe predict the Rumble winners and stuff like that. That would be fun.
Yeah, so this will be our predictions, as much as us fantasy booking, like, what we want to happen, as a result of certain things.
Yeah, it's just a very general discussion on the Rumble, very casual, so
yes.
Let's tune in. Stick
currently it's the 20th of December for myself and the 19th, I believe, for Gus.
Yeah, it's like almost 10 o'clock, so about 2 hours away from the 20th, but yeah.
Right.
19th.
Yeah, so at this time, 7 matches have been announced.
So we're literally a week away from the Rumble, like, just... Yeah, because it's Sunday night for me, so next Sunday night is when the Rumble's happening.
I'm going to try and watch it live, but most likely I'll have work. But if I can, I'm going to try and watch it live, because it's the Royal Rumble. I remember
Rumble.
When I first got back into WWE in 2016, the first event I watched was the Royal Rumble. And I think 2016 was the one where AJ Styles debuted, and it was just Roman Reigns' face. Like, it's AJ Styles, and Roman Reigns is there like, huh? What? And it doesn't matter. But
my first event getting back into it in 2017 was the Rumble as well. Unfortunately, it was the one where Randy Orton won, but that's okay.
Oh, that was alright. Everyone was happy about it because he eliminated Reigns at the end of it.
Yeah.
So everyone was happy about that. But
exactly.
Anyway, so let's begin. We will do the Rumble
pre-show match. What? Yeah, we'll do the Rumble matches later.
Yeah, wait, what was the pre-show match?
The pre-show match? You have Wikipedia pulled up, right?
Yeah, for the Royal Rumble 2020.
Yeah, the one, it should be 6th. It's the one with the P next to it in the numbers column.
I don't see that.
Are you looking at the matches?
Yeah.
Do you see the numbers column on the far left?
Yeah, 1 to 7.
Yeah, so number 6 has a P right next to it.
Not on my screen.
Really?
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Oh, that's weird.
So the pre-show match is Shorty G versus Sheamus.
I am not a fan, really, of this. And the reason is, Sheamus has just come back. And Sheamus he's been around for a long time. And when he came back, everyone we were kind of thinking like, oh, he's going to go on a singles tear. Like, he's got these vignettes that are like hyping him up, like, I'm going to come back and ruin everybody. And the first person he goes for is Shorty G, just to like make fun of him for being short, which is what literally everyone has done up until this point. So it's just like,
I wish they kind of like went towards it as in like, oh, I'm gonna tear down SmackDown and rebuild it, and this guy is trying to give people the hope and inspiration, even though he's part of the problem.
Yeah, that would have even been better. Yeah.
And then he kicks him in the head. But no, it's because your name is Shorty G. I still hate that.
Yeah.
Fuck that name.
It's such a dumb name.
Anyway,
I would have been happier had he gone after, like, even, like, you know, Mustafa Ali or something like that. Just anyone. But
where did he go? Where is Mustafa Ali?
I don't know, but
dropped off the face of the planet.
I mean, you know what? If the pre-show match at the Rumble ends with Sheamus in what was it, 18 seconds, with Sheamus bro kicking Shorty G and then pinning him, I'm okay with that.
I mean, they're trying to build up Shorty G. I think that would ruin him. They're trying to build him up. I reckon give him a bit of a contest, but yeah, Sheamus has to win his return.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I don't think it has as much impact considering it is Shorty G, but you know, just as long as he wins, it's fine.
For some reason, in my fantasy booking notes, I had Sheamus versus Elias. I wanted Sheamus's return match to be against Elias, but instead, Sheamus bro kicks Elias when he's doing his entrance song. And then, he takes that Elias, and then Elias can't enter the match, so Sheamus takes his place in the match. That's what...
the Rumble, you mean? The Rumble, you mean? Yeah.
So that
Sheamus should have been in the Rumble, to be honest.
He might be. There's still 21 entrants remaining. And considering they're on the pre-show, I feel like they'll have enough time to break before they get back into it. So, yeah, Shorty G versus Sheamus. Yeah, I think we both agree. Sheamus should probably
Sheamus
prevail.
is going to win. He's going to win. There's no way he's not.
It's purely because it's his return. Either that or, like, a no contest where he just beats the shit out of him.
Yeah, that could happen as well.
Just something like that.
Yeah.
But, let's go up the card. Next, aside from the pre-show, is the singles match for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley, the champion, versus Lacey Evans. What do you think of this rivalry?
Actually, like, I don't think Lacey Evans is half bad as a babyface. I think she's better as a heel because she's the really, like, detestable kind of stuck up when she's a heel. And I think she does that really well. Like, had she not been thrown into that position with Becky Lynch over the summer, I think her heel character would have been a lot more, well, I can't say well received because she's a heel, but, like, you get the idea. Like, it would have been a lot more effective. But I don't think she's a bad babyface. The thing is, like, from what I gather, and I've pretty much just seen, like, SmackDown clips, like, the highlights and such they post on YouTube. I don't have cable, really, so I can't really tune in live, unfortunately. But, from what I gather, it seems like they're using her genuine military background, like she was a Marine or something, I don't know, some branch of the U.S. military. And they're using that to kind of get her over as babyface, USA, and all that fucking shit. But, like, I think, especially with the modern audience, that is only gonna take her so far. So for one, I don't think she's winning this match. I think Bayley's gonna retain either by nefarious means. I don't think Bayley will win clean. I think Bayley will win either by nefarious means or maybe lose by disqualification. But I can't say Bayley's gonna win the match then. But either way, Bayley's keeping the title. I don't think Lacey Evans is gonna win, especially not the Rumble. If anything, if they do it right, they could have her win it at Mania, but I don't know. Like I said, I can only see this whole military shit getting her so far. So, but yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it.
Yeah,
I think it's okay.
I kind of agree. I feel like unless they make her a proper flag-waving American, I don't think this current gimmick will last her. I do think she is a phenomenal babyface, though. She's not a spectacular wrestler. She's definitely improved.
Definitely not.
She's definitely improved, but she has got a very unique character, which works well as both a face and a heel.
Yeah.
So I feel like she's doing well, and I do agree. I think Bayley's most likely going to prevail purely because I don't think Lacey's been built up enough to be awarded that opportunity. Maybe if she continues to impress, a Mania victory for Lacey for a championship or not, who knows? but I feel like Lacey can recover from a loss here.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I feel like Bayley will take the win.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't know much. Like I said, I don't know much, but like there's a whole thing like Sasha Banks refuses to wrestle. Like apparently she was the one who was booked to face Lacey Evans on the other night's SmackDown, and she like hurt her leg or something in a backstage brawl, and so Bayley had to take her place, and then Lacey Evans pinned Bayley. So I don't know what the deal is with Sasha, but if Lacey isn't getting isn't like this program isn't going to Mania, I think there could be like kind of tension in the Bayley Sasha stuff. Hopefully, there's been like 2 or 3 other years where we thought we were gonna get Sasha Bayley at Mania. Hopefully, they actually pull the trigger this year, because Sasha Bayley at Mania would be great. So,
yeah, I do feel like it's weird. They're avoiding having Lacey face Sasha.
Yeah.
Either because Sasha's injured or because they're trying to build up to it. But why are they trying to build up to that and not the women's championship match?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, why not she face Sasha and then build up to Bayley? I don't get it.
Yeah, me either.
Are you brushing your hair or something?
No.
I hear a constant flickering sound. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, that's weird.
Is it a cord or something? I don't know. It's weird.
I don't think so.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's weird.
I feel like this match will lead to either a dissension or maybe Lacey just kicking Sasha's ass. But yeah, if we do get if there is a ruffled feathers between Bayley and Sasha, who would be the face in that scenario?
Yeah, I don't know, because I actually kind of like Bayley's heel character right now. So
I never really got into her as a face. I just thought it was a bit too cheesy.
Yeah, so apparently when she was in NXT, she was a great babyface. But yeah, I wasn't watching when that was really a thing, because Bayley was called up before I even got back into it. So, but I have seen her match with Sasha from, I think it was Takeover Brooklyn. I think it was the first Takeover Brooklyn. It's excellent. So I can't say it was, because it still is excellent. But so yeah, it's just apparently in NXT it was she was just a really just lovable, passionate babyface, and everyone in NXT just ate it up. It was great. But yeah, I don't know if it would work as well on the main roster, to be honest.
No, and then she got called up to the main roster, and that's all she was. She didn't really have a character. She was just, look at my belly buddies and my really annoying song and da 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 and all that bullshit. So I do feel like heel Bayley.
There ain't no stopping us now. We celebrate on the floor, top down.
Why
we're
would
ready
you
to
celebrate
go.
on the when they say celebrate on the floor?
We're
do they mean
ready to
dance
go.
floor or laying down on the floor waving?
I don't fucking know. I'm guessing dance floor, but
it's
could be anything.
Anyway, all right. Preceding that, up the list, we have Roman Reigns versus King Corbin in what is now a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Yeah, because they had a match on SmackDown on Friday, or Roman Reigns had a tables match with Robert Roode, and won. So he got to pick
Robert Roode. Look at those abs.
Look at that mustache.
And abs.
Damn. Yeah, damn. He's 41.
Damn.
It's ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, it's so anyway, I don't know why this feud is still going on. The fact, right, when SmackDown moved to Fox, we all kind of thought oh, Brock Lesnar, Cain Velasquez, we're going to get all kinds of fights, shoot fights, all this other, really sports heavy stuff, but it's just gotten more wrestling. It's gotten more drama and all this other crap, the dog food shit. It's just gotten more the old school Attitude Era wrestling shit, that just the absolute nonsense. Which kind of surprises me, and it really surprises me that this specific feud has been going on for as long as it has. At the top of the card, of SmackDown on Fox, who paid like, however many $1 billion to get the show there. So I'm not like super compelled by this feud or anything. I don't think it's bad, and I'm kind of glad that it's good for Roman Reigns to be away from the title for a little while. But just that he's continuously feuding with Baron Corbin, I'm not like huge into it, but Baron Corbin's a great heel. And right now, Roman Reigns is a very convincing babyface, especially now that the Usos have come back. The squad, the Samoan squadron,
the bloodline
is I love the Usos for one, but yeah, like the whole thing they have going on is fantastic. So yeah, I mean, I think Roman. I don't know if this will go to Mania. It probably won't, but I think the Falls Count Anywhere stipulation is just kind of made to hopefully round it off, and I think Roman's gonna win. But
right,
yeah, I guess what's interesting is like Roman Reigns has for a long time been a favorite to win the Rumble, and I can't see him winning both of these matches. So, but however, I do see him going on to challenge the Fiend, which kind of makes me think that someone from Raw is going to win the Rumble. So there's my 2 cents on that.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on this match, I'm not sure. Like, since Roman Reigns has returned from leukemia, has he just been like, apart from any title match picture, has he just been fighting Baron Corbin?
Pretty much. Yeah.
See, I think this has been going way too long.
Yeah.
I don't care that Baron Corbin's now King Corbin. I don't care that they've added the whole thing with Ziggler and Rude and the Revival.
Well, the Revival are going to piss off soon, so.
I hope so. Yeah, the whole faction Corbin has is it's a shit faction they just tossed together. And it's not even a faction, but it's just
not really
a thing. Like, I don't know. I don't like it.
Me either.
I feel like Reigns needs to move on. I feel like beating Corbin and moving on to the Rumble will be best for him. Like, I know Corbin's also in the Rumble, so what I'm thinking is that he just like fucking beats Corbin, beats the shit out of Ziggler and all that, and then because you can tell it's a Falls Count Anywhere match. Ziggler, Rude, the Revival, and the Usos are gonna get involved, especially since they don't have any other place on the card.
Yeah.
So they're gonna get involved. So I just want Roman to beat Corbin, enter the Rumble, eliminate Corbin, and then have the rivalry end there.
Yeah.
And then Corbin can go do something else. Or maybe even like have Robert Roode turn face by eliminating Ziggler and Corbin, and then set something up between King Corbin and Robert Roode, and have Robert Roode go back to his glorious gimmick.
Yeah.
And I don't know, something different, because I'm sick of this. So yeah, have Roman win.
If they're both in the Rumble, I could actually see Corbin winning and then Reigns going on to eliminate him in the Rumble. I don't know. I hope Roman Reigns wins, and I think he is gonna win. Just because the Falls Count Anywhere stip just kind of seems like the like setup for him to overcome the odds and be the big babyface win. So
yeah, I don't want that, because he does that too much, and that's the whole reason people started hating him in the first place. So instead of overcoming the odds, just Superman punch the odds in the face. So just have him win straight up. Don't worry about coming up from the bottom, because we know he's good. Just have him beat Corbin. Just go on. Whatever can happen in the Rumble, whatever happens, but just end it here, because I'm sick of it continuing. So yeah.
Fair enough.
Now, okay, next up is Becky Lynch versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, I had a massive idea to fantasy book this.
Mm-hmm.
I had the idea where Asuka would beat Becky Lynch for the championship.
Mm-hmm.
Asuka would beat her here, have it in similar fashion to last year, where Becky actually taps to Asuka.
Yeah.
Have it like almost identical, and Becky's just like, "What the fuck am I doing? I can't win this. I can't beat her."
Mm-hmm.
This plays in to my result for the women's Royal Rumble match, which I'll get to a bit later. Nice. But if I ideally if things went in a way to make me happy, which
I think I know where you're going with this. That's pretty epic.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Okay, so yeah, I would like to see Asuka beat Becky Lynch, and yeah, I'll leave it there for now.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, I think Asuka should win. I think right now, the Becky Lynch character has kind of exhausted itself.
Yeah. I like what they're doing at the moment where Becky Lynch, instead of being the ultimate badass, she's actually a bit hesitant with Asuka.
Yes.
Because she knows she hasn't really beaten her before.
That's exactly what I mean. So I think she should lose to Asuka. Do I think it's actually going to happen? It's a risky bet, but I think it is going to. So I think Asuka should win. And I think she will too, but it's very up in the air. Like this is probably as close to 50-50 as it gets for me. Like it's so hard to make a pick for this one, but I think I would like to think it will happen.
Because my thought was like, if Lynch wins, then what?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it.
What does she have after this?
So I think she should win. I think Asuka should win. And that kind of sends Becky Lynch into like a bit of a, that kind of hesitant state, where she's like, I'm not sure what to do. I just can't beat Asuka. I think it would be cool for her to win it back at Mania or something to kind of make up for the shit show that was the main event last year.
Oh, yeah, no, have her win a title just to fucking get back that bullshit result.
Yes. So I think she should beat Asuka or somebody, like either, whoever what. I mean, she won last year, right? She won last year? She did win last year, right? I'm not hallucinating. Who? Becky Lynch. She won the Rumble last year?
Yeah, she entered in place of Lana or someone who got taken out.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Nice. So yeah, I think Asuka should win, and then like something happens. Becky should win a championship at Mania, from somebody. But yeah, it was just. But for this specific one, I think the way that Becky's been putting over Asuka, I think if she went through all that effort to be like, Asuka's probably the best women's wrestler in the world right now. And then Asuka just loses. I think that absolutely that was all for nothing. Like, it just doesn't accomplish anything. And if you have Asuka win, then all of a sudden it sets up that program that you're thinking of, which, you'll talk about later. But also it kind of gives a new dynamic or dimension to the Becky Lynch character, which it really needs right now. So, yeah.
She's had a fantastic run since the previous year, holding both titles and then going down to one and just staying strong with that. She's had a very good run.
Yeah.
But it's time for a little bit of a shake-up.
Yes.
I feel like this could work.
I agree.
All right. Next up, we have The Fiend of Bray Wyatt versus Daniel Bryan in a strap match for the Universal Championship. Now, I'm unsure of how this is going to go. I do think The Fiend is going to win.
Yes, he will.
But the idea of having it in a strap match baffles me. I think they're trying to do something different where they bring them, like they keep them attached so they can show off Daniel Bryan as someone who's not afraid.
Yeah.
So he has to face him head on, which is fair.
Yeah.
And I knew they couldn't just have a repeat of the last singles match between them, so they had to do something to make it interesting. But I feel like something else could have been done. I don't know. It's another match. I don't know. But I feel like what will happen is just like a part of me. See, when I initially wanted to fantasy book this, I had an idea to keep this going to Mania, and that was you have like the Fiend in the ring. You have Bray Wyatt. I mean, not Bray Wyatt. Daniel Bryan in the ring. And then Firefly's Funhouse starts playing on the screen, even though the Fiend's already in the ring. And then it just shows Bray Wyatt out in the wild. And he's just like, Daniel, I'm glad you're having fun with the Fiend, but I'm gonna go have some fun as well. And he's out front, like Bray Wyatt, fun, happy, cheerful Bray Wyatt, is out front of Daniel Bryan's house.
Nice.
So then it's almost just like, I don't think the Fiend wants to have some fun, but he doesn't want to hurt you. If you lay down and let the Fiend pin you, I reckon I won't do anything. So it's like he starts to knock on the door, and Daniel Bryan's conflicted because he's just like, but you're right in the ring with me, but you're also on the screen in front of my house.
Yeah.
Like, he's just conflicted and confused. So then Bryan willingly lays down, but then instead of pinning him, the Fiend just chokes him out with a mandible claw. So then it's like, it wasn't really a match, but it gives Bryan more of a motive to continue on to Mania. So that was my idea. Sense. That was my idea, but since this is a strap match, I feel like it would just be like Daniel Bryan continuously whipping the Fiend, continuously getting at him, trying to knock him down, trying to pin him, and it, like what happened with Seth in the Hell in a Cell, where he just kept hitting him with things, and he just stayed down for a bit, then it kept getting back up. Like, I feel like it would just be like that, but with continuous offense. Like, with the way Bryan, like, stomps on people's heads.
Yeah.
Like, he'll just fucking do that heaps, but then the Fiend will just keep getting up, or, like... I feel like the Fiend will, like... even if the match goes to a no contest, like, maybe the Fiend will make a hole in the ring and then drag Bryan under from the strap.
Yeah.
And something will happen. I don't know. But, like, I feel like overall... I don't know how the match exactly will go booking-wise, but I do believe the Fiend will win.
Yeah. It seems like... I mean, obviously, they can't really... Like, realistically, the Rumble is not a good place to get the belt off the Fiend, who has been as dominant as he has been thus far. And I like... The thing is, right... With how, I mean, you know, at the point of, you know, the Hell in a Cell and the match in Saudi Arabia, Seth was already being turned on for being a dick. But, like, just the amount of support, and even for against when the Fiend faced The Miz, or sorry, Bray Wyatt faced The Miz, who was babyface at the time, just the amount that everyone cheers for the Fiend. No, if anyone other than Daniel Bryan takes the belt from the Fiend, the fans are going to be pissed. Because if you, what was it? I think it was TLC when they had their match, their singles match. And it was like one of the best matches of the night, or one of the better ones. Like, everyone was on side with Daniel Bryan, who, and which was amazing to see, like the actual babyface actually getting cheered against the Fiend, who is supposed to be the heel. Because up until this point, the Fiend has just been cheered out of the building against any and all babyfaces he's touched, and any and all legends like that he's taken down. Like, everyone loves the Fiend, but everyone chose to cheer for Daniel Bryan in that match. And I think the fans are like, if everyone's predicting that Roman goes on to face the Fiend at Mania, and hypothetically he wins, everyone's going to be pissed. So, but if Daniel Bryan takes the belt at Mania, then I don't think the reception will be nearly as bad, because a lot of how people, even for us at home, how we receive it is very heavily dependent on the crowd. So, given the fact that the crowd so easily turned in the favor of Daniel Bryan in that match he had with the Fiend at TLC, if the crowd at Mania do the same, and, you know, they do the whole yes thing, whatever, I think Daniel Bryan taking the belt from the Fiend at Mania would be a good idea. But perhaps that might be too early, at least. But that's just kind of my 2 cents. Like, I don't think I think logically all signs point to Roman Reigns going on to face the Fiend at Mania. Whether or not he wins is still up in the air, obviously, but that seems to be the logical conclusion as of right now. And it's not like I really want to see that match, to be honest. So, yeah, but especially for this strap match here with the Fiend and Daniel Bryan, I can't see the Fiend losing. Absolutely not. I don't really know much about strap matches as a whole, and I don't know the kind of gimmicks that they'll have, like, the spots that every one of them has. But yeah, they made a big deal on SmackDown about how the Fiend can't escape from the strap or whatever, or can't break the strap. He's gonna break the strap. Like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I mean, and it was made fairly obvious, like, that's obvious foreshadowing, but it's gonna happen. So, the Fiend's gonna win. I think this is gonna get the fans more on side with Daniel Bryan, to be honest. I think. But, yeah, like I said, I think if Daniel Bryan wins against the Fiend of Mania, it would work. Anyone else, probably not. So, yeah.
Nah, that agreed. Yeah. You can't imagine many others that people would. You're right. The Fiend is just so cheered because he's so interesting. Everyone just loves the Fiend.
Yeah.
Do you think the Fiend as a whole, the character, could work as a face?
Maybe. I mean, it would be tough.
See, imagine if they just kept doing what they're doing at the minute, but he just does it to heels.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because I think how it is right now, he's obviously being a dick and like a psychotic, person or whatever, and he's beating up the legends, whatever. And I think this is one of those instances where it's just like, the heel is just so cool that you want to cheer him. Kind of like how Kevin Owens used to be, where you just like, he was so good, you just want to cheer him, even though he's obviously a heel. I don't know that it would outwardly work as if he was actually presented as a babyface, because I think just how it is right now, like, he's just the cool heel who's just being an asshole, and it's fun to watch. Like, I don't know that if he would, because I think if they presented him as a babyface, even if he did the same shit right now, it would be hard to present him as a babyface if he just kept doing the same thing that he's doing right now. Because what he's doing right now is the heel shtick. So if they were to change him to a babyface, then he would have to change. They would have to change the kind of things he does. So yeah, I don't know. And if they changed what he's doing, I don't think it would be as well received. Just because right now what he's doing is so good. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Now, before we get into the Rumble matches, so initially when we were going to do this and we were fantasy booking the thing, not a lot of the card was announced. I came up with a few ideas for potential matches.
Okay.
2 I want to see happen. And they're updated as well now that I know the actual match card. Mm-hmm. 1, I initially was thinking of a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship, where it was like Shinsuke versus Mustafa Ali versus Shorty G.
Uh-huh.
Now that G has a match against Sheamus, I'm thinking... And also, I was also thinking of Andrade versus Rey Mysterio for the US title, but now they're doing that in a ladder match on Raw. Mm-hmm. So instead, what I'm thinking is that on Raw, they replay the angle where Andrade just beats Rey and takes his mask. Mm-hmm. And then it goes to the Rumble, and at the Rumble, we have a showcase match of Intercontinental Champion versus United States Champion.
That would be epic.
So even though it's 2 heels, it's still Shinsuke Nakamura versus Andrade.
Yeah. Hard to complain about that.
Which would be awesome.
Yes.
And Sami Zayn and Cesaro can be there as well.
Mm-hmm. And Zelina Vega will be there.
And Zelina Vega will be there in Andrade's corner. So I feel like just have shenanigans. Have Sami Zayn and Cesaro interfere. Have Selena Vega interfere. Then have Braun Strowman run in and beat the shit out of Sami Zayn, Cesaro, and Shinsuke.
Yeah.
Because he wants the title. And then have Rey Mysterio come down and get his mask back. And I'm thinking Braun wants the title, so Braun can run in and, like, take care of Shinsuke, Sami, and Cesaro.
Yeah.
And then Rey can come in and reclaim his mask. But what I want to happen is that, like, Shinsuke, Sami, Cesaro scatter, Braun Strowman chases them, and then when Rey gets his mask back, I want Andrade to kind of take him out of commission with a steel chair, just kind of batter him. Just take out Rey Mysterio. And this will continue on when I talk about the Men's Rumble match. The other match I had in mind was a tag team match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. The New Day, I wanted them to face John Morrison and The Miz.
Yeah, I think that will happen eventually anyway. But
yeah, and yeah. I don't know how it's going to end. I think I want Morrison and The Miz to win.
Yeah.
Just to give Morrison that big boost for his return, and also because I remember watching the Dirt Sheet. It was really good.
Yeah.
It was when I was younger. And they were like WWE Tag Team Champions. It was really good. Mm-hmm. So I feel like give Morrison a really good win to bring him back.
Yeah.
And even if you want, you know how Kofi has like this continuous run of every Royal Rumble match, he does cool, impressive shit?
Yeah.
Have Morrison like just take out Kofi, and then in the Rumble match, Morrison does just a bunch of cool, flippy shit instead.
I think he will, because isn't he did?
Oh, he's bound to.
He did that a couple times in Rumble matches, hasn't he? I feel like he's done that before.
Yeah, he did. He did like giant leaps and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done a few cool stuff. Yeah. But, yeah, if I were to have any other matches other than the Rumble matches, I would want those. Yeah. I do think the Viking Raiders, they're the Raw Tag Team Champs, aren't they?
Yeah. That says all you need to know right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe they are. They don't have a lot going for them.
No, they don't.
They should have something, but they just don't.
There are, like, no tag teams on Raw.
I know, and even then, like, if Asuka wasn't facing Lynch, I'd say the women's tag team champions should have a match, but Asuka's facing Lynch instead. Yeah. So, you know what? Oh, well. I'm actually going to double check that.
Where is the Viking Raiders versus the Authors of Pain, dude? It just needs to happen. Oh,
it needs to happen. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, Viking Raiders. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Well. I would have liked to see Lesnar on the card, like in an actual title match, and not just in the Rumble.
Yeah.
But I guess it does. It gives a level of intrigue, to have him enter number one. So, it's pretty cool though. Should be interesting because whoever eliminates him, that's a huge rub.
All right, now we shall move forward,
dude. I just thought of something. Hold on. So, like, okay. You mentioned the U.S. title on, like, with Andrade. I just thought maybe, I don't know if we ever got this. I don't think we got it in NXT because I think Andrade left before this ever happened. But, Ricochet versus Andrade, that would be epic.
Oh, that would be epic.
That would be epic. So, I don't know. Because I think the reason I thought of this randomly, I think Ricochet posted like a tweet or something, like kind of calling out Andrade, and I was like, oh, I want that match. Like, I want to see that. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that would be epic. Anyway, yeah. Do you want to do Women's Rumble first, or?
Yep, yeah, Women's Rumble match. All right, yeah, again, I'll say what I thought was going to happen of the whole fucking...
Make a prediction right now.
When I was... Asuka. No, incorrect. Haha.
That's incorrect. Not right.
I want Kairi Sane to win.
There you go. Yes, dude,
so
that would be
you
awesome.
had the idea.
Yes, that would be awesome.
I got it mixed up because the Japanese. No, I did not. I genuinely misread it because I was looking at my original fantasy booking. I just read Asuka in red text, and I'm like, no, wait, no, Kairi's saying.
Naughty.
But so yes, what I was hinting at is that I think Kairi Sane should win the Rumble match after Asuka wins the Raw Women's Championship, and then they go on a rant. They go on a tear. They're like, "Yeah, we're the best, woo!" And then at Elimination Chamber, Kairi Sane hasn't decided who she's going to face, but Asuka's saying face the SmackDown champion and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then I want Kairi to just like beat the shit out of Asuka, and
she's such a good babyface, dude.
Make them lose the tag team championships, and then have Asuka as the Raw Women's Champion versus Kairi Sane, who's back to being a face at WrestleMania.
Yes. I think they should lose it.
It's a pirate-themed WrestleMania. We need our pirate lady.
Yes, that has to happen.
We need her back.
They can't pass this opportunity up, dude. Like, this is a once in a lifetime. If you don't have Kairi Sane make a giant fucking pirate entrance in Tampa fucking Bay, there's a problem. So, yeah. But yeah, I am actually in complete agreement. If I were to fantasy book this, if Asuka wins, then yes, absolutely Kairi Sane should win, because Kairi Sane has had some great showings on the main roster, but only in like showcase matches. But given that that is her level, and she is one of the tag team champs, like she's had some great matches alongside Asuka, you could make her in the Rumble match. Like, you could absolutely make her a star just from the Rumble match. So, and I don't think anyone at all would complain if she were to, like, you know, come in early on, maybe like 4 or 5, and just put in one at like the Iron Woman performance and just come out and win. So I don't think that would be awesome. And then, and like you said, I think she should wait to decide. They should actually lose the tag team championships. Asuka should get pissed, beat up Kairi Sane, and then Kairi Sane's like, I'm gonna face Asuka and take her title. But yeah, I think you could absolutely 100% make Kairi Sane in this match. I can't remember who said it, but I keep hearing it all over the place on like wrestling Twitter. It might have been Meltzer actually, who said, you know, how Riho's the AEW Women's Champion. He said Kairi Sane is better in every single way, but it's just they don't use her as well. WWE don't use her as well. They don't.
Yeah, no, that was Meltzer.
Okay, that's what I thought. Right. So Kairi Sane is better than Riho in just about every way, but it's just the difference in how they're presented. So
yeah,
I think you could absolutely make Kairi Sane in the Rumble match by giving her that Iron Woman performance, and she could do it too.
Yeah.
She's a brilliant underdog babyface. So if she went back to being a babyface, that, you know, I think as long as they did it right, the fans would eat it up. So yeah, I think she would be a fantastic babyface. But if I had to make a prediction for who's gonna win, it's hard to say that Kairi Sane is gonna win the Rumble. I'd love to see it, but it's hard to like actually make that prediction and be like, Kairi Sane's gonna win, you know?
Yeah, no, because especially the way I've set it up as well, it's like it's almost a portrayal thing. But if you have, like, say, Asuka help Kairi win, then everyone can like see the turn coming.
Yes,
but in storyline sense, it would make sense.
Yeah,
they're just being dominant and destroying everyone.
Yeah,
but it is difficult to see happen, but.
It's not one of those that's like, so far-fetched, right? Like, I could actually see this happening. Like, it's not that's, like, super far-fetched. It's not like saying CM Punk's gonna come back and win the Rumble. Like, I can't see that happening. I could actually see this happening. Like, straight up.
See, that's the one thing I like to do with fantasy booking. Things that actually make sense and could happen, but are maybe a little bit too out there just to actually happen. Like, I would love to see this happen just because it would make a fantastic main event, a fantastic card.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, who knows? Things that I would like to see happen in them. Like I initially wrote down major events for the women's match, and then I was actually gonna try and book the entire men's match. But major events in the women's match. I want Liv Morgan to eliminate Lana in record-breaking time.
Nice.
So like it's like beat Santina Morella's time or whoever has the fastest time. Lana just gets sweep.
Yes.
Becky Lynch enters, but she's limping from the previous matchup. And then I want Shayna Baszler to debut.
Yes.
On the main roster. I want her to come in.
That actually probably will happen. It
probably will.
Because she just lost that battle royal on NXT this past week. I don't think she's coming back after that. I think she's going straight to the main roster. And I think she's going to go to SmackDown because I think SmackDown will probably eat that shit up. Or at least like the Fox people, because she has the MMA background. I think that they will eat that up. And
since they didn't get Brock,
and I think they're actually in. If either Sasha or Bayley would turn babyface, they need that kind of heel on SmackDown. Someone who's just dominant and just fucking beats the shit out of people. Like, she would do great on SmackDown. She does great. She would probably do great wherever she went, because I think WWE as a whole really see a lot in Shayna Baszler, and obviously even Triple H did. So I think Shayna Baszler is going to do great.
As well, I want Ronda Rousey to make her return.
Yes.
Say at number 30. 30. And then I'm thinking here we have kind of a preview. Because remember when Ronda Rousey was rumored to be joining and everyone's just like 4-on-4 MMA horsewoman versus WWE horsewoman match.
Yes.
And then they teased it a bit and it never happened.
Everyone
I feel
wants
like I want that. I think we can lead up to it. But I feel like for now, have Charlotte and Becky Lynch be eliminated by Rousey and Baszler. Mm-hmm. Just to kind of give us a hint. But then Kairi Sane goes on to win.
Yeah. And
in the future, like, I feel like Mania could be, like, Bayley. My idea was the SmackDown Women's Championship match is a fatal four-way before the, involving the 4 WWE horsewomen.
Yeah.
With Bayley holding the SmackDown title versus Becky, Charlotte, and Sasha. Mm-hmm. Whoever wins that, I don't know. But then this could lead on to a different main event, maybe at SummerSlam or Survivor Series, where it's the MMA horsewomen versus the WWE horsewomen.
Yeah.
But now you've brought Shayna and Rousey into the back, into the main roster and back. I feel like at Mania this year, they could do, like, just Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler, just to kind of give us like a grudgy MMA match between two women, because it's not. I don't think I remember any WWE women's match at Mania that's not for a title.
Yeah, I don't think there is. I don't think there has been.
Apart from mixed tag matches.
Yeah.
So I feel like you just have
Battle
Rousey
Royal
versus...
and the Battle Royal.
Oh, but fucking
that doesn't count.
Cup. No one remembers. No one remembers the Battle Royal. So I feel like just having Rousey versus Baszler in a singles match would like really hype up the importance of the MMA horsewomen.
Yes.
And then next year, not this year, like Survivor Series, they could do MMA horsewomen versus WWE horsewomen, and have a really interesting match.
Okay, I have an idea. I just kind of thought it's hard to make a prediction because I'm looking at the entrants that haven't been announced, and there's 4. So
yeah.
So it's hard to
they never hype it up as much as the men's one, do they?
Yeah. But actually,
and look at this though. Fucking look at every one of the men's.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns announced on SmackDown, announced on Raw, and then it's just you go to the women's match. Sarah Logan announced on her Twitter that she's entering the Royal Rumble match.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, phenomenal.
Yeah. If I had to actually make a prediction, and we just finished talking about her, I think if I had to pick anyone, I would go with Shayna. And the reason I say that is I've watched WWE for 3 years now. I I feel like I kind of understand their booking. And I predicted Asuka earlier. And it's so 50-50. But given that Becky Lynch beats Asuka, especially if Becky Lynch beats Asuka, I think Shayna will win. Because they up to the Survivor Series stuff, not only did Shayna win that triple threat match, but also everyone's super intrigued with Becky Shayna. They had
especially because Becky attacked.
Yes.
Didn't Becky attack Shayna after? Yeah.
Yes. So they had some great promos between those two. So I think a Becky Shayna match would be fantastic. So I think Shayna, if I had to make a prediction right now, I would say Shayna, but it's hard to say. And I think it's even more so if Becky wins earlier, if Becky wins the title match. So, yeah, I think that I probably would pick Shayna, but Kyrie would be great too.
I agree, though. Like, if it wasn't for my desire to see Kairi Sane versus Asuka, I would definitely say Shayna as well, just because Shayna is, like, the only person left that can threaten Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
So I feel like Kairi Sane's a bit of a huge ask for me.
Yeah.
But if Kairi Sane doesn't win, I can definitely see Baszler winning.
That's my thing. I would love to see Kyrie win, but if I had to make a prediction of what's actually going to happen, I would say Shayna. So
yeah, nah, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, now we get to the men's.
This is going to be
Royal
good.
Rumble matchup. I have written so much down. So currently, 19 of the 30 entrances have been announced. We got Roman, Lesnar, Styles, Rowan,
wait.
Mysterio, Ricochet.
Do you have any surprise returns for the Women's Rumble?
Oh, apart from Rousey,
I think Rousey would be the big one. I don't know. I'm trying to think of.
You could probably get like Trish Stratus in there or something.
Yeah,
just
she's
to
retired
add a little bit more of
though. I feel
intrigue.
like.
She keeps retiring and coming out.
Yeah,
she could make a little bit of an impact. Who's injured and could make a good return?
Is Ember Moon injured? I think. Well, she's injured. I don't think
she was.
I don't think she's ready to come back yet.
No, they said she wasn't.
No.
But
any like people from the past? I'm trying to think. AJ Lee.
I was about to say Stephanie McMahon just fucking runs in and everyone kicks her, but no.
If AJ Lee come back, that would be huge. But I don't think it will. But yeah, that would be the only one I could think of. There were probably I'm not super familiar with like the women's division of the past, but yeah. So I can't think of any surprise returns.
Just you know what I want, considering like Brock's entering the men's match for the title. I want like Rhea Ripley to just come in.
I would love to see Rhea Ripley, and I think you know what? I bet she will be. I bet she will be in the Rumble.
You know how like you made a whole thing last episode about marry me, Audra?
Yes.
Hashtag marry me, Rhea. You fuck. Rhea, I really, really, really love Rhea Ripley.
She's really good.
Seeing a lot of her matches, seeing just like her attitudes. Like I've watched WWE PC as well. The channel.
Rhea Ripley's fantastic. She's just so good.
She's amazing.
You know what? I remember seeing her in like I can't remember. It might have been the first Mae Young Classic, and I was kind of like, oh, she's all right, like because she's the big dominant woman. But the amount the amount of improvement that she's had since then in terms of like not necessarily in terms of just wrestling ability, but also in terms of like charisma. She's not the best promo, but she's certainly a convincing promo. So just like in terms of overall charisma, she's improved leaps and bounds since that first Mae Young Classic. So good for her. Yeah. She's fantastic now. Like if there was anyone to take that title from Shayna, it was absolutely Rhea Ripley. So, yeah,
without a doubt,
I think she will be in the Rumble as well.
That would be nice, just to have a...
She does have the match against Toni Storm. Toni Storm could be in the Rumble too, heck. But
throw Storm in there. Like, just have a few surprise entrances.
Yeah.
And especially Like, because this is the whole precedent. You've set up Brock Lesnar as the WWE champion going into the Rumble. Who says other world champions or other like the women's champions of other brands can't just come in?
Well, yeah.
So, yeah. So, anyway, yeah, nah, we need some surprises in the women's one, but I'm not really sure who to think of.
Maybe Io Shirai. I bet. Was Io Shirai in last year's?
I don't recall.
I can't remember if she was.
I don't know.
If she wasn't in last year's, I think she'll be in this year's.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm just gonna close my blinds.
Dude, if Kairi Sane's in and Io Shirai's in, that'd be epic. Okay. Anyway, let's move on to the men's one. Yeah. I know you have a bunch of stuff written down, so I'll just kind of throw out some random shit that I think. If I have to make one prediction right now, Cain Velasquez.
Yeah.
If I had to make a prediction, if I was perhaps not trying to be, end up with a punishment or something and trying to become Cultaholic champion of the world, I would pick Cain Velasquez. So,
and that's absolutely fair.
Yeah. So I think if in all series, like I genuinely think Cain will probably win. I think he's definitely going to be in the Rumble at least. He will probably eliminate Lesnar. It's hard to say because he was injured in that match at Saudi Arabia, and that Saudi Arabia match was just absolute ass. So, anyway, I think Lesnar will be great at number one. He will, I think he's going to pull like I can't remember what year it was, but like a CM Punk, maybe 2010, where he just kind of like sat there and waited for people to come in. Maybe Paul Heyman gets a microphone and starts taunting people. I think Brock Lesnar will make a great number one. I think number two should be someone pretty big, but regardless, I think they will probably be eliminated before number three comes out. So, yeah, I think, I think it's gonna Lesnar coming out at one is gonna make this year's Rumble really interesting. So, I think actually, one person I want to see do really well is Ricochet. I think Ricochet could put in. I think
he needs to stand out.
Ricochet, I think, needs the Iron Man performance. If he could do something epic like that Kofi Kingston style, that would be great too. But yeah, he needs an Iron. I think Ricochet, out of everyone that's been announced thus far, I think Ricochet's the most likely to give an Iron Man performance. Especially since he's a babyface right now. I would say Shinsuke could do it, but he's a heel right now, so I don't think that would happen. So I think Ricochet could be the Iron Man, and he would be a great Iron Man as well. You could absolutely make him.
I want Ricochet to win next year's Rumble, not this year's. Because I've got ideas and plans for this year. But Ricochet needs, like, next year or later this year, he needs to be pushed up a bit more.
Yes,
he's got something special that not a lot of people have.
Oh yeah.
So he needs to get up there.
Yes, I agree. And so I would say Cain Velasquez probably, if not right behind him, is Roman Reigns. However, if you were to ask me who I want to win, Drew McIntyre is who I want to win. Because there's that whole rumor going around that he's being pushed for the whole BT Sport shit. Because they just moved to BT Sport for the UK. So they're pushing a UK star. And Drew McIntyre's been a babyface in recent weeks. So, or he's been treated as one by the fans at least. So maybe he's not. He's still kind of acting like a dick. But he did pin AJ Styles on this past Raw, and that's nothing to scoff at. It is AJ Styles, so I think McIntyre. I would want McIntyre to win. I think he has world champion written all over him. He has it practically written on his forehead in all capital letters in Impact font. Like, it's just like he is such world. He is one of the most convincing promos in the company, alongside your Samoa Joes and whoever else. Like, he is one of the best promos in the company. His wrestling ability is off the charts good, and that Claymore kick is a thing of absolute beauty. I love it. The Claymore kick is fantastic. So he's got literally everything. He's got the look. I don't know what else you could possibly want out of the guy. He has world champion written all fucking over him. So if he's actually being pushed as a babyface, I think he could, theoretically, given the right build-up, go on to beat Lesnar at Mania. But it would be tough because I think he is a better heel than he is a babyface, but he's just such a good promo, and the fans love him. So, and for good reason. He's really fucking good. So, I love McIntyre. I would want to see him win this year. I think it's about time because he's been floating in the upper mid-card for God knows how long. So I think it's time they really just pull the trigger on him. So, yeah. But anyway, if I did, I think Cain Velasquez will probably win. Anyway, yeah.
Interesting note, though, on Wikipedia. When I was trying to write my my fantasy booking, on Wikipedia, it did have Cain Velasquez as, like, an entrant because he told a sports journalist or something that he is going to be in the Rumble match.
Yeah.
However, on Wikipedia, he's not in there anymore.
Yeah, I think it's technically supposed to be a surprise because it wasn't announced like officially on Raw or anything. So
it wasn't never official. But yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, yep, fair enough. I have a very different idea. Mm-hmm. So Brock Lesnar comes in at number 1. Paul Heyman can do his whole intro stick about how, no one can beat him. No one fucking knows shit. Like, no one knows how to take on Lesnar. No one can beat him. And I want number 2 to be the Fiend.
Mm-hmm.
Have both world champions in the ring. Just be like, oh, fuck. Maybe there is someone that can take on Lesnar. That's just this hulking mass of meat with a mask that refuses to go down to any punishment. Have Lesnar just try and beat the shit out of him, try and have him pummel him, and Fiend can keep getting him back up and keep hitting him back. And then I want number 3 to be Eric Rowan. Mm-hmm. Because you know how this whole thing with the cat cage has been going on for a while. I feel, and you know, in a recent episode of Raw or SmackDown, I think it was Raw, whatever was in the cat cage bit Eric Rowan. Mm-hmm. I want Eric Rowan to pull a puppet out of the cat cage.
Okay.
Pull the puppet out of the cat cage, a new member of the Firefly Funhouse. And it just distracts Lesnar, but not enough to get him eliminated. Then Eric gets in, tries to help the Fiend get rid of Lesnar. And then number 4 can be Cain Velasquez.
Okay.
Where he comes in, and while Lesnar's trying to get the Fiend out of the ring, Velasquez just dumps both of them. I know it may seem like a very unceremonious ending for the Fiend, but have them continue fighting on the outside. The Fiend doesn't care about winning. He cares about just beating the shit out of people. So the Fiend can just beat the shit out of Lesnar. He can pull... Even Rowan, like, either gets eliminated or, like, Fiend pulls him out and just beats the shit out of him.
Yeah.
I want Brock to just be shocked. He not only does he get eliminated, but he gets choked out by the Fiend. Just to take him down a peg.
Yeah.
And realize he's not the big horse in the building anymore. And then next up, Roman Reigns. Just to have at least someone that can go toe-to-toe with the now dominant Velasquez.
Yeah.
And from there, the match can start to pick up. It can have Seth Rollins come in, maybe be flanked by the AOP. Maybe the AOP can run in and do things. Buddy Murphy's meant to be in the match.
Yeah.
So Murphy, now that he's aligned himself with them, I feel like if not, just after Mania, I want to see the whole Seth with a Universal title, AOP with tag team titles, and Murphy with US title.
Yeah.
I want to see that after Mania. So I feel like we could have a setup of them dominating. Now, I had a few notes as well for things I want to see in the match. I mentioned Rowan essentially joining the Firefly Funhouse. Now, I want Rey Mysterio's music to hit, but he never comes out. because, as I said earlier, if they were to have a match or something, or if Rey and Andrade were to get involved before, I want Andrade to take out Rey.
Mm-hmm.
Then the music hits again. Dominic enters wearing Rey's mask, or at least a different variation of his own mask.
Mm-hmm.
So Dominic finally debuts and actually wrestles. He enters the Royal Rumble match. Dominic actually gets to do something.
What a legend.
Now, I wanted a few NXT guys as well, like Adam Cole can do something. Maybe Ciampa or Gargano. And maybe even Walter. Because, you know what, as I said, we're having world champions. Get Adam Cole in. Get Walter in. Just Volta, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And then, like, just get them all in and have a fucking huge exhibition.
I want to see Roddy Strong. I think Adam Cole was in. Adam Cole has already been in the Rumble. I think they tend to do, like, has Ciampa been in? No, he was injured last time. I think Ciampa probably will be in the Rumble. Johnny was in it last year. I think Roddy Strong could be in the Rumble. I don't know that Cole will. I'd like to see Cole in the Rumble. I'm not sure it would, though, because he was a guest in, I think, 18, I think. Either that or 17, I can't remember. No, it was 18. Either way, it was like, I think it's like, it's pretty easy to tell, like, where they get their NXT entrance from, because it's like, they usually take them from the upper mid card, like the people who aren't quite challenging for the NXT title, but, like, you know, are still very high up on the card.
Yeah.
I think I would love to see Velveteen Dream, actually, if he's good to go by then.
I don't know if he is, but that was one of my ideas as well. Like, if he could come in, that would be amazing.
Yes, I would love to see Velveteen Dream in the Rumble. That would be awesome. I'd love to see Johnny in the Rumble. Johnny Gargano is my favorite human being to exist. He's fucking cool. I just want him to be my uncle, dude. He's the coolest guy ever. And he's just a nice man. Like, oh my, and he's good at wrestling. He's just so good. I flipped my shit when Johnny was a surprise entrant last year in the Rumble. So
that was good.
Yeah.
I've got a few other ideas. I was also thinking, like, have Strowman come in. He's booked for the match.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking maybe have Cesaro and Shinsuke, maybe Sammy come in.
Yeah.
And I want Cesaro to turn on Sammy and Shinsuke.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want Cesaro to be the ultimate fucking face that he's born to be.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe set up for, like, a triple threat between Shinsuke, Braun, and Cesaro for the Intercontinental title. Or have maybe, like, if Cesaro wants to continue being... Maybe Braun versus Cesaro for the title in the future or something like that. Because they can put on a fucking escapade. They can do heaps.
Real quick, also looking through NXT. For other NXT entrants, I think Balor could be in the Rumble. And you know who I think will absolutely be in the Rumble? Keith Lee. I think he will be in the Rumble.
I reckon that he should, because of the amount of hype they give, like, he's received.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I think,
why not capitalize? Like, give him a good 10 minutes in the Rumble and then have him dumped.
Pete Dunne, maybe. Matt Riddle. There's a whole bunch of NXT entrants that would be great to see in the Rumble. So yeah, I think that would be great. Stuff like that.
Let me shoot this past you.
Yeah.
What do you think the crowd reception would be if CM Punk did return just to enter the match and eliminate himself? Just to troll everyone. Be like, yeah, I'm back, bitches. He ups in the match and then he just jumps over the ropes and leaves. And he's like, nah, I'm not wrestling, motherfuckers. This is all for you. This is all for you. He just comes in and just trolls everyone. Like, yeah, you wanted this? You wanted me to return? Alright, and see ya. And just leaves. Just fucking trolls everyone.
I would laugh, but man, I don't think people would like it.
So I know I don't think people would like it, but the whole thing with Punk is that he's basically saying that WWE can say what they want. It's entirely up to him to return. Say he does finally make the choice, like, you know what? I'm going to get back in the ring. He finally makes his return, but then he just pisses everyone off by, like, nah, I'm good. See ya, I'm back off to retirement. Yeah. Just leaves. I don't want to fucking... I
think it would work if he came in at, like... I won't say number 30, because number 30 should be someone, like, actually good. It would be really funny if he was number 30. I would laugh, but, like...
It should be early on just to quell the hatred that comes in afterwards. Just like number 15 or something just comes in, hops in the ring, hops out.
I think, well, the thing is, that is so huge that I'm not sure that would work. Because I don't think you could, I don't think you could tease CM Punk getting into the ring again at all and not just have that be the talking point. Like, it would be funny, but I don't know that it would actually work in the Royal Rumble itself. But
fair enough, because the thing, I agree. The thing with Punk is you should go all or nothing.
Yeah,
either full on return or just stay the way he is. But I just feel like it would be so funny.
It would be hilarious.
He comes in and trolls everyone. But anyway, I also agree with you. I want the winner to be Drew McIntyre.
Yep.
Now, whoever the Fiend faces at Mania, if it be Daniel Bryan or some other worthy challenger, I do think Drew McIntyre could dethrone Brock Lesnar. But the problem is that Cain Velasquez is almost a shoo-in to be in the match.
Yeah.
So if he is in the match, but he doesn't win, who does Velasquez face?
Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, I can't really imagine him not winning.
So maybe if there's an Elimination Chamber match, someone else beats Lesnar, but Lesnar's on SmackDown. That's the problem.
Yeah. No, Lesnar's on Raw.
He is on Raw. My bad. Fiend's on SmackDown. Yeah. That's why he's facing Bryan. Yeah. Okay, so say maybe Lesnar loses the championship in a match, like, and I don't know, like, he loses it in the Chamber, and then whoever wins it could face McIntyre at Mania, and then Brock and Velasquez can still have the massive bout. But who would Drew stand up at?
I don't know.
Like, who could have an awesome match with Drew at Mania?
The thing is, I completely agree with you that if Lesnar Velasquez happens, it should not be for the title, because you can build that match without the WWE Championship, and you could use the championship to elevate other people and not just have it in the middle of a blood feud between Lesnar and Velasquez. Yeah. But I'm trying to think of who else would be... You know what? Seth.
I was thinking Seth too, but then would that make the AOP and Murphy irrelevant?
I don't know.
Because I like the idea of Seth and the AOP and Murphy all holding the championships, but I feel like if you put Seth in the main event of Mania right now,
it wouldn't be received very well.
It's either going to be completely disappointing because he wins and all the heels are victorious, or it's going to completely destroy the stable because the main guy loses at Mania when they just started to forge this team.
I think it would be better if he were to do it after. If he were to win the title after Mania, I think that would be better.
But yeah, as I was saying, that, like, I do think Lesnar and Velasquez could work one-on-one without a title. But I want Drew to win the Rumble and go on. Because he's good as a face, he's good as a heel, and he's a phenomenal wrestler.
Yeah.
But he just needs the right opponent for a main event caliber match. and I'm not sure who that opponent could be.
Me
I mean, if he wanted to face Lesnar and be the third person to dethrone Lesnar, that would be interesting. Or fourth person.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be interesting. But I don't know. It's interesting. Like, if not Drew, if they don't have a plan, then Velasquez is a safe bet.
Yeah. But
that still sets up the problem of you give it either Velasquez loses again, or they give him the WWE Championship. This MMA guy who hasn't done much here.
Yeah.
And that just, I don't know, that to me, that just devalues the WWE Championship.
Yeah, I agree. I can't see Cain Velasquez. The thing is, it probably would happen. It has a pretty good chance of happening, of Velasquez winning the title at Mania. I don't want to see it. I would so much rather... see, the thing is, I can't think of anyone, heel or babyface, that would be good enough for McIntyre to dethrone at Mania other than Brock Lesnar.
I'm gonna look through the roster now, see if I can find someone else.
Because especially if McIntyre was a babyface, I think him taking the title off of Lesnar would be great.
Shelton
Benjamin.
Zack Ryder. R-Truth. Oh, fuck. No Way Jose.
No Way Jose.
Mojo Rawley, the 24/7 champion. I don't know. There literally is fuck all else.
Yeah.
It is disappointing. Yeah,
I don't think... Yeah.
Dude.
It's just sad.
It is just sad. Because unless they, say, give Kevin Owens the victory and then set McIntyre up as a heel, but even then, Kevin's got this thing going with Samoa Joe. There you go. Maybe have Samoa Joe betray Kevin Owens in the Rumble match and make him a heel.
Yeah.
Then Joe can win the title in the Elimination Chamber.
Joe should be a heel.
And so then Joe, the heel Universal Champion, takes on the face Drew McIntyre. And then you can have Lesnar versus Velasquez.
That would work. That's a lot to do between now and Mania, though.
It is. And I don't think people would be happy with Joe only having a short run.
Yeah.
And despite him betraying Kevin Owens, people would still cheer him.
Yeah.
Because they'd be like, oh my god, Joe's finally got the title. Ah, screams.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know.
It's hard to say.
It is a toughie, and...
We're in a weird situation this year.
Because then, say, if you did have Roman Reigns win the Rumble, a lot of people are predicting, does that mean Roman Reigns faces The Fiend? Does that mean The Fiend has to lose to Roman Reigns? Or does that mean The Fiend beats Roman Reigns? That, no matter what, The Fiend is such an enigma. It's so difficult to set him up losing. And last time they did, everyone hated it. So it's you're right, you almost need a face like Daniel Bryan, a true pure underdog to face The Fiend and win.
Yeah.
You need something like that. Having someone like Roman Reigns come in and just dominate The Fiend, people would hate it.
Yeah, they would hate it.
So I feel like at this year's Mania, both of the championship matches, it's so difficult. I feel like one's going to be spectacular, the other one's going to have a disappointing result.
Yeah.
Or you go completely buttfuck crazy and have The Fiend win the Royal Rumble match and then go on to face Lesnar so they unify the titles.
Yeah.
and the Fiend just fucking destroys Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
I think that would be hilarious. But like, it's such an awkward position that they're in because there's so many good players involved, like McIntyre, Kevin Owens, Joe, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Cain Velasquez. There's so many high-profile players involved. And then even then, you get a surprise entrant in. Who did I see, like... There was bets on, like, either John Cena or The Rock coming in.
Yeah.
Or something stupid like that. It's just like, I don't know. It is so... I feel like they could just pull it in a completely different direction. Give the win... Like, if... You know how, like, every year people were just like, oh, I'm so happy that this big-name person won. But what if they gave it to someone smaller? What if they just gave the win to someone else? Anyone else that you wouldn't expect? If there was any year to do that, this would be the year. Mm-hmm.
To elevate someone.
Because there's so many... Yeah, because there's so many high-profile matches you can have without the title. You can have Bryan versus Fiend. You can have Velasquez versus Lesnar. You can have, like, Seth and the AOP versus, like, Kevin and Joe and whoever the fuck else. You can have these great, massive matches. But because, like, Lesnar's holding the WWE title, Fiend's got the Universal title, it's a little bit of an awkward spot.
Yeah.
So maybe like this would be the year to give someone like Ricochet the Rumble win, and then have someone else beat Lesnar in the Chamber, and then just have a completely different main event for the Universal Championship, something you wouldn't expect.
Yeah. Like,
this is the year to elevate someone else.
That would be ideal, because as much as I want to see, like, I mean, I do want to see Drew win, but I really am not into the idea of Kane winning.
No, neither.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm sure he could be a phenomenal performer, and I'm sure he's could be a valuable
apparently very good at the wrestling.
WWE. So. Yeah, I do believe he could be, but considering like, for a large majority of the fans that aren't MMA fans and barely know anything about him, all they've seen thus far is him losing X amount of seconds to Brock Lesnar in Saudi Arabia. That doesn't really give you a lot of name power value if you're a newcomer to WWE.
Nope.
And giving him a shot at the title, like another shot at the title or the title, when he's so new, no one would catch on.
Mm-mm. It's such a tough position right now. We're just going to have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm sure they got a plan. They have done...
Or maybe they just don't.
They have... Maybe they don't. But they have been in good position, like in weird positions before, and have made it work. Like, I feel like a few years ago when they had Shinsuke win, like, I was like, oh my god, that's surprising, but it's actually really cool. But then they fucked it up by making him lose and turn heel. So...
I had hope for him when he turned heel, and then he started punching people in the balls.
See, if he turned heel and won the title,
yes,
absolutely. But no. I mean, he's finally found his place again, but, like, I do like the pairing of Shinsuke and Sami Zayn. That's why I want just
Sami's
Cesaro to turn. That's why I want Cesaro to turn, just so it's back to Sami and that. Because they're not bad as a threesome, but I do feel like Cesaro has better things to do.
Yes.
You know what? Fucking give Cesaro the win. Fuck it. Just
exactly, dude.
You know what? If there was anyone else to fight Lesnar, Cesaro. He actually seems like a muscle man that could fucking do it. He seems like someone that could do it.
Absolutely.
Unless... I don't know. See, this is the thing. For the past few years at Mania, it's always seemed like, okay, Brock's gonna lose and then he's gonna go away. Brock's gonna lose and then he's gonna go away. But he's still here. So maybe Brock will just retain. Maybe he'll hold on to the title.
Maybe.
And maybe this will continue a bit further down the line. Who knows? But I think we don't have all the answers. We're literally just two guys sitting and talking into microphones. But
yep.
I think That's about all we got. I don't know what else they can do.
Oh! Dude. Worlds Collide.
Yeah.
Is gonna be so good.
Yes, it is. Yes,
dude,
it is.
if we can't talk, if we're not, I'm done with the Rumble, dude. Worlds Collide. That is gonna fucking rock.
Yes, it
Undisputed
is.
Era versus Imperium. Finn Balor versus Ilya Dragunov.
Woo.
DIY versus Mustache Mountain. That is gonna be fucking awesome, dude.
I'm going to cream my pants. See,
dude, I already have. And
well, that's what you were doing at the very start.
Yeah,
of the
exactly,
recording.
dude. Dude, that is such a good card. Oh my god. I think Finn Balor versus Ilya Dragunov and DIY versus Mustache Mountain, like, DIY have had some of the best tag team matches ever, and Mustache Mountain are just so incredible. Like, Tyler Bate is just, oh my god, he's so good. Like, that match with Jordan Devlin at the TakeOver recently, wow. Like, he's incredible. And Trent Seven's obviously amazing too. And Mustache Mountain, they had some of the best tag team matches of the year. Was it last year? Or was it 2018? It might have been 18. Against the Undisputed Era. So I think DIY and Mustache Mountain could absolutely tear the house down, along with Ilya Dragunov and Finn Balor. That's a hidden gem, I think.
And Rhea Ripley and Tony Storm as well. Damn.
They've wrestled a few times already. I think they either on the first UK takeover or something like that. But yeah.
Oh, damn.
It's gonna be.
I just searched up Worlds Collide 2020 on Wikipedia, and they got a Fatal 4-Way for NXT Cruiserweight Championship. Angel Garza, Isaiah Swerve Scott, Jordan Devlin, and Travis Banks. That was great.
That's awesome.
Travis Banks, I love him. He's amazing.
I really like Isaiah Swerve Scott. Every time I see him perform on NXT or 205 Live, for some reason I'm bored enough to watch it, it's like he's so good. His offensive style is kind of like a more flippy Andrade. It's like strikes and all this really impressive. It's not just like top rope flippy stuff. It's just his agility is so impressive, and he has like more of a striking style, but it's like so agile. It's really cool. I really like Isaiah Swerve Scott. Definitely a future cruiserweight champion. Absolutely 100%. Not here. I think Garza's going to retain because he just won it. But
yeah,
it's going to be a great match. Like this Worlds Collide is going to be fantastic. It's going to be so good.
It is going to be fantastic because they don't have a takeover, like another takeover to do.
Yeah.
They have like put it in a great position where like so many of the main NXT guys can just come in and fucking tear the house down. Like,
yeah. Just for fun. Like, that's what they do.
I mean, I do think they should have maybe a few 205 Live guys in there, but I do understand they're basing this on NXT and NXT UK, which is absolutely fair.
Yeah.
But, like, it's still going to be a phenomenal card. I can't wait.
It's going to be so good.
Anyway.
I did want to mention Worlds Collide because I'm really excited about that card. It's going to be really good.
I love that. Worlds Collide is going to be great. Anyway, that's our booking for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Hey.
Yeah, no, that was... I know this was mainly me just rambling on about what I want to happen because I kind of fantasy booked half the event. But we are massive fans of professional wrestling. We've done an episode... Have we? Yeah, we did an episode on professional wrestling. So you guys know we are massive fans of it, and... like, fantasy booking and stuff like that is really cool, and
yes.
I really enjoy it, so we had to do this. We'll
probably do another one for Mania.
I imagine we would. Like, because then by Mania, if they got the fucking card actually set up, and we can book the event and what will happen after.
Yeah.
And, like, the future for 2020 and... in the next year, like, I can imagine it would be like a great series of events. I really do like where this is going. I do think the main event scene of the main roster is a little bit up in the air just because of the situation they're in.
Yeah.
But I think they'll pull it off somehow.
They'll figure something out. I'm just really intrigued by this because I think more than anything, I'm just intrigued. Like, because I have no idea what's going to happen. Like, because it could be anything.
There's so many players involved and so many different elements that change things. Like, it's going to be so interesting.
Because, like, these past 2 years at the Rumble, like, we kind of all knew, like, 2018, we all kind of figured, even though it seemed unlikely, we all kind of figured, like, they're going to do Shinsuke. Like, Shinsuke's going to win to set up him versus Styles. So we all kind of figured that was going to happen, and then we all pretty much knew Asuka was going to win that year.
So that's the thing, because they kind of, like, hinted at it with, like, Shinsuke and AJ meeting backstage and stuff, and, like, they kind of set up things to give you inklings of, like, a winner.
Yeah.
But the way they've done it this year with Brock entering number 1 and...
we just have no idea what's going to happen.
It's just like everyone's confused. But that's the intrigue. It gets you interested.
That's it.
And
that's exactly it.
so it is interesting, but they could screw it up easy, but they could also turn it into something great.
And again, last year, like 2018, last year, we all kind of knew it was going to be Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins that were going to win. Like, we all kind of knew that going in. But this year, like, I feel like it's so much more up in the air. Like, I just have no idea what's going to happen. So, for both Rumbles. So, yeah. It's just really interesting.
I know.
Could be anyone.
Well, no, I'm really keen, and hopefully we'll get to watch it.
Rumble season. I'll get to watch it, but hopefully you'll be not working.
Hopefully. Anyway, I'll let you do the outro. That's all the time we got. We just hit the hour and a half mark.
That's all right. It's fine.
Nice.
It's fine. You talked about the Rumble, and that was what we wanted to do, and that was what was done. Anyway,
do your super cool outro.
Anyway, thank you all for listening to this episode of the FireStorm podcast. Follow us on Twitter at FireStorm Pod. And we will probably post something really dumb and also some clips and such from each episode in case you miss it, or you want to we need to like do some advertising to like make you watch an episode or listen to one, like in case you're just like, I don't care about that, but then you're gonna see a clip and you'll be like, I want to watch this now, and you're gonna watch
the videos. The most recent clips have been interesting. I uploaded the clip of me talking about Young Scrolls, and he liked it. So fucking epic.
That's legendary. And if you have any questions or suggestions for us, if you'd like to ask us something or like suggest an idea for an episode, because those are all welcome, you can leave it in the comments down below or email us at firestormproductions2@gmail.com. No caps, and that's the number 2. So
no one's emailed us yet, and
And
like back from when we did the
you
music
could be
episode,
the first.
I know. Back when we did the music episode, we announced that I was giving away an Atticane CD. No one's emailed or commented yet. I still have the CD, and I'm close to throwing it out because I've had to deal with it for years. So come on, someone
take the CD. Anyone.
I'm just going to send it to like a random YouTuber's PO box and not have any context. I'm just going to send it to
Epic.
All right.
So yeah,
continue.
that's again, thank you all for listening, and we will see you all next week with another episode of this glorious podcast. Anyway,
hopefully not as late as this one. Recording.
Yeah,
we were hopefully a bit late.
It's all right.
Also, marry me, Rhea.
# make it trend worldwide.
Make it trend.
Okay, bye.
Yep. Bye. Love you, Rhea.
That's hot.